What's up, my Madden Rebuild Warriors? My name is David, and this is the Carolina Panthers rebuild. It's a part of an 8-team rebuild. That's eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One team in division we focus on. We slow sim the entire league, and you can watch every game that you want. So even if you are a fan of the Eagles, which I am, but we're not focusing on them, or a fan of the Chiefs or the Dolphins, you can still watch their games and see who they've signed and drafted, and traded for, and all that stuff. So it's a full rebuild, essentially, where the CPU, does its thing, and but we focus primarily on 8 franchises, and one of them is the Carolina Panthers here. This is like the quarter. We're starting to go through, breaking down each team so far, rebuilding them. So, as I said, with the Carolina Panthers, the head coach of them is just I made up a fictitious guy, but his name is Dave Howard. We just beat the Carolina. We just beat the Buccaneers last week, week 4, to even our record and give them the first loss and put us in second place in the NFC South. Cool thing about the Panthers is the offensive playbook they're running right now. I do not like any of their tight ends, and they just have a bunch of wide receivers. So I gave run and shoot playbook a chance. It's basically 4 wide receivers on the field at all times, and you'll see the stats and what they look like game to game and overall. But it's pretty cool, and Bryce Young's throwing for over 300 yards a game. He's not throwing like a ton of touchdowns. He's rushed in a couple, but it's a pretty solid playbook. It's very interesting. I like to watch it, and I think it's cool. And I think if he was a better quarterback and or had better wide receivers, he could really be putting on a show. And then the defensive playbook they use is Atlantis 3-4. I like Atlantis. At least in the slow sim, it's really good. It seems to be pretty decent in slow sim. Atlantis is really good in fast sim. I think one of the best defensive playbooks is Green Bay Packers. I'll talk more about that later. So the 3 best players on Carolina are all defensive. J.C. Horn, Derek Brown, Brian Burns. Shaq Thompson's on the last year of his deal. You have Moton. And then their best offense play really is right now is Ikwanu. He's a superstar, only 23, 82 overall. And we could talk about their draft. Wide receiver wise, they picked up Jermaine Burton. I believe he's hidden. He's hidden dead right now, out of Alabama, 6 foot, 194, super fast. And then later in the draft, they got Jalen McMillan out of Washington. He is not anything. He's just regular dev. They picked him up. Marshall, Mingo, still have them. Hardman was a free agent acquisition. He wanted to come here. He's on a 1-year deal. This is his favorite landing spot. And we're just kind of waiting for this season to be over. We want to cut Thielen. He doesn't play at all, really. We want to cut Hayden Hurst. He doesn't play at all. And I don't like any of these tight ends, so we should try avoiding those tight ends. Christian's hurt right now. Their offensive line isn't great. Kobe Connors, a man we drafted, he's got star depth. So he starts. Corbett, Taylor Moton. So their offensive line going forward needs to be addressed. Danico Autry was a free agent signing. He really wanted to come here. Fills a need right there. But Derek Brown is a beast. He needs to be re-signed. Their first draft pick in the second round because they didn't have their first, was Sweat here, and I believe he is hidden dev. Yeah, I think he's going to be a beast. He's 6'4", 362, hidden development. So that guy's a monster. DJ Johnson, not the highest overall, but he's big and fast, playing outside linebacker. We had re-signed Frankie Louvu, because I knew we'd be losing Shaq Thompson, so probably going to try to add another linebacker, in the draft coming up, or free agency next year. Brian Burns was franchise tagged and he needs to be re-signed. JC Horn was re-signed, I think. I think that's before the CPU did that, because we quick simmed through the entire first season, giving each team the results that they had in the regular season of real NFL, and some things had a lot of teams re-signed guys and stuff like that. So his man we drafted later in the rounds. I did add some speed to a lot of the cornerbacks in this draft. Whoever made this up, they were just all too slow, in my opinion. I don't know why they did that. But another big addition here, Andrew Mukubu, star dev, safety. So they added some good guys here, and waiting for Von Bell to be releasable. But Jeremy Chin, he actually declined our offer to resign him, and then in free agency he came back on a big ass deal. So, and then we added Cade York, 98 kick power, and Trenton Gill with 95 kick power. Draft picks, we were missing a second from that trade with the Bears everyone knows about, so that's a shame. But maybe we trade back a little bit in the first round and pick up a second round pick this coming draft. Let's look at schedule. Please check out these games. You can check out all these games in the comments, top pin comment, or in the description. I'm going to link all the games so far. There's only 4. But the first game they won against the Philadelphia Eagles, 16-14. Jake Elliott is his name. Jake Elliott missed a last-second field goal, and Panthers went on to win. It was not that pretty. Jermaine Burton had a big game. Mingo. Marshall hadn't gotten going yet. But Philly has looked really awful. They haven't replaced Kelsey or Lane Johnson, and they're paying for it. So it was just kind of a little bit of a, little boring of a game there, but they got it done. They survived. Then they took on the Chiefs, and Chiefs are going to Chiefs. But Bryce Young threw for almost 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, couple yards on the ground. But Terrace Marshall had a huge game, 2 huge big touchdowns. Hardman revenge game. Bingo. I mean, I think Burton just completely disappeared, but they got some good safety or cornerbacks that can eliminate guys. A lot of sacks though. And then they lost to the Raiders. They were a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. Another 300 yards for Bryce Young. Another rushing touchdown. Terrace Marshall, another big game. Hardman doing well. Again, really nothing out of Burton. And then they just beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is really good, so this is a really good win for us. They have J.J. McCarthy. It's a really solid playbook. And Shaw White is doing amazing for them. Another 308, 2 touchdowns for Bryce Young, no interceptions. Another rushing touchdown. Hardman went off. We made a substitution change here, changing around some of the wide receivers. Marshall stayed where he was, and that got Hardman going really good. Boost Burton's production a little bit. We might make some more moves with Burton and Mingo, but for now, doing well, man. I kind of like it, If they do 500, a little bit better, I'm good with that. I mean, some of these teams that are really good are just they're tough. Offensively, we're 10th in total yards. That's good. I don't know why it won't tell me what we are defensively. We'll have to go look it up. Points scored, though, we're only 22nd. We need to get better at points scored. Points allowed, we're only 14th. Defense. Tenth overall in defense. So there you go. Decent with points allowed. We're up there with sacks. Wow. Derek Brown, I believe, is having a really good season. So there's Bryce Young, 12,000 yards, 6'4", 3 on the ground. It's really not a rushing playbook. It's just dink and dunk. It's big throws for wide receivers. Terrace Marshall, still one of the leading wide receivers as far as yardage wise goes. Hardman's catching up to him. Or it's kind of just move. These guys here aren't doing great. But the running back blocks a lot, which helps with sacks a little bit. Derek Brown and this is Mari Barno doing really well. And he's not even a full-time player. I believe it's DJ Johnson who plays more than him. Although I could be wrong with sub-package for rushing linebacker. What else? What else do we need to know? I would like to re-sign some of these guys while we're here together. How about injuries? Yeah. Hubbard got hurt and Christensen got hurt. So I believe we need to bring in another linebacker. A running back. Although, I'm not so sure because we have one Frank Gore Jr. here I'd like to see progress. So I might just roll with these two here for now. Not sure. Alright, so let's sign some guys together. Let's see if we can get Derek Brown, who's having a great start to his year here, going. I mean, we're going to give him I think he deserves a good offer here. 7 years. Well, that's cool. None of these guys want to stay. He wants 5. Boost is 7. And this to 10. I mean, defense for this team. Let's go. Defense for this team is a key. So I'm probably going to try and re-sign Dante Jackson. I mean, he only wants a 1-year deal. I can't see that being the case. Let's give him a 1-year deal. Let's see if he'll take this. Okay. He wanted a 1-year deal, we'll give it to him. I didn't want to be too heavy into him. Probably will resign Corbett. Just because we can't replace that much of the offensive line. Definitely probably want to bring back. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to bring back all these guys. That's all money on people I don't really want to sign. Yeah, So some of these guys remain to be seen. Right now, Derek Brown is an absolute must re-sign for us. Frank Gore, that's I don't know, but right now that's really what we want to focus on is getting our key defensive players re-signed, because this is more of a defensive heavy team. As you can see, the overall leads a little more to the defense, so we're gonna ride with that. Yeah, if you're a fan of Carolina, let me know. Bryce Young is getting built up a little bit. He's not doing that bad. Not doing that bad. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at where Bryce Young compares to. Oh, you can see he's fourth. He's fourth in passing, because I don't want to give away other people's stats, other team stats. Covers 41st. Yeah, that's terrible. But look, Marshall's still number one wide receiver, 469. There's been some big games by some big wide receivers, so it's good, cool to see him there. And he got, so Gordon and Simmons are both on franchise focus teams. They got players of the week. Terrace Marshall got a player of the week. So there you go. All right, that was just a quick video of rebuilding the Carolina Panthers. Please like and subscribe. Please subscribe so you can get notified and stay up to date whenever we post videos, specifically to the Carolina Panthers and their rebuild. Like I said, I'll link all their games so far down below in the description of the comments, so you can catch up. We're rebuilding against ourselves 7 times. Yeah, so yeah, it's a tough one, and it's going to be tough. So one of these teams that we are rebuilding is going to hopefully make it to the top of not only the division but the Super Bowl. And we go through 1 week of the sim once a week right now. We're taking it slow as we build up. So maybe in year 2 we'll do 2 weeks. I can do 2 weeks, but you guys can't keep up the videos, and I want to focus a little bit more on videos like this, explaining what's going on, who's signing who, the stats, the re-signings, the drafting and trading, all that stuff like that. Oh yeah, you know what I want to do before we go? Stay here. They might be, I don't know if we're going to trade, but we could be on the market to trade for somebody. Who are the bottom teams? And I only think we should focus on the bottom teams right now. So the Seahawks, Eagles, and Broncos are all, they're hurting, man. So they might be in sell mode. Let's take a look. First, the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, could he be had? Could Tyreek Woolen be had? Probably not with some of these guys. Take a look at their roster. Can we make a trade? I would love to trade for Kenneth Walker. They have Zach Charbonnet. I would definitely give up first for Kenneth Walker, even though they don't run the ball at all. I don't anticipate that we'll be running this scheme the entire time. Can this guy be had? Anthony Bradford? That'd be nice. Brady Daniels. This guy have a dev? I don't think he does. Yeah, they got Leonard Taylor. Really good pick for them. He should be hidden dev. Yeah. He was on the list of guys that our teams needed. And they got another really good D tackle. I believe, is he in there? No, but he's pretty solid. I believe he's playing a lot for them. I can't recall. Corey Foreman. Speed rusher. Bush. Junior Colson. Good pick for them. Yeah, but it looks like Woolen needs to be re-signed. Witherspoon needs to be re-signed. I mean, that'd be sick to get them. Quinyon Mitchell. Yeah, he's just a reg. Dude, they drafted some decent rookies. Davon Bullard is a hidden dev. They have a nice future. Looking at the second pick next year, wow. Look at the Broncos. What can be had from them? Nothing really. I mean, they suck so bad, and that has to do with Russell Wilson doing terrible. Jaleel McLaughlin. He had a nice game. His last game filling in for Javonte Williams. They have so much money in its wide receivers. Yeah, that's the one thing. I don't know if there's much of a deal going on here. Some of these players. Is he hidden dev? No, he was just regular. Fletcher Cox having a pretty decent year. I've seen him get some sacks. Oh, and they took Clowney in free agency, and he's hurt already. There you go. Drew Sanders. I'm a big Drew Sanders fan. Really slow, speed-wise, but as a user linebacker in a CFM against other players, a 6'5" middle linebacker, even he just gets picks that were crazy. They got Kool-Aid. See, Kool-Aid, I think, should be a little bit faster. So hopefully he gains some speed. Yeah, they re-signed Justin Simmons, man. I was hoping they wouldn't. Oh, well. Yeah. I also had J.L. Skinner in that same team, and 6'4" safety was building him up pretty nicely. Those were the days. How about the Eagles? Can we pillage anything from them? I mean, A.J. Brown probably hates himself there. He's having a terrible year right now. They re-signed Devonta Smith, so he's not hitting free agency. They re-signed Kevin Byard. Darius Slay has still the contract. Swift has a new deal. If Jalen Carter, they're not giving him a Malata. Reddick still on his deal. Goddard. Of course, you don't want James Bradbury. Sweat. Sean Jenkins. Safety. And Dickerson. Yeah, I don't really think any of these teams have anyone I want. They got Keon Coleman. Is he hidden up? Yeah. I mean, that'd be sick, but they signed Tyler Boyd. So Tyler Boyd. Stupid. Yeah. They're hurting real bad. on the line. And they should probably move Cam there and have Tyler Steen. Or how they get Ifedi. Yeah, they're crushed. They're crushed at offensive line. I mean, Carter and Jordan Davis are pretty good. Stuff Milton Williams, Jonah Ellis, linebacker. Yeah, this is all just. Howie didn't do this. I can tell you that. Howie did not do this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I really want from these guys. Will Sidney Brown ever make the light of day? I don't know. But anyway, not signing those guys, trading with them yet. They don't really have anyone I want. So, oh well. We kind of have what we have. Maybe that's a good thing. But if I see more teams fall out of the race and we're still kind of hanging around the race and we see a deal that makes sense, we'll go for it. I mean, I would really like to get them Kenneth Walker. That would be just phenomenal. But we'll see. Someone else that needs a running back and needs a running back more might go up to Kenneth Walker. I'm not sure the Panthers are really in a position to give up their first round pick, but we'll see. All right, guys, that is the Carolina Panthers rebuild. Let me know if there's someone you want me to go after, you would love to see on the Carolina Panthers, what you would like me to do going forward with them. But please, all their games are slow sim. They're uploaded, and you can follow along with the moves, stats, and every game, every play. All right. We'll see you guys later. Be on the lookout. There's more videos coming out, going over stats and breaking down the games that happen and are coming up. Plus, all the games will be out. They're getting simmed as we speak, as you listen. And yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you for your support. I'll see you later.